You know, I often describe my Danielle Taylor, as my fairy godmother. You know, have you ever had a teacher in your life that just absolutely made all the difference in the world for you? Well, that is my Danielle Taylor. She stepped into my life a while ago, maybe 2 years ago, and has absolutely changed my life. She believed in me. I always say she believed in me before I believed in myself. She just laid it out for me that I was able to do this. She made it duplicatable. I am always so delighted to get to be a part of her team, but also when she comes in and does something like this, Danielle Taylor is the lead of leaders. She joined this company before we even had a product. She joined the company when Stephen just had a vision, and she saw that vision and she knew, I want to feed the babies. And I'll bet she did not realize at that time the lives that she was going to change. Every one of you are on this call because of Danielle Taylor. And so I raise her up. I'm telling you, she's an amazing woman. Listen to what she has to say, take good notes, and feel so fortunate that we have this kind of leadership in our company that gives selflessly. Danielle Taylor, I love you, girl. Thank you for changing my life.
Oh, I love you back, and thank you for the sweet words. There's a reason why we're so excited, right? We've been doing life together, and we've been through good and bad, and you become a family. And we're going to talk about how Zilis is changing people's lives. But I've got a really special guest with me tonight. I can't wait to bring him to the line as well. But look at the numbers; they keep climbing. I challenged at least 100 people on this call. We've already broke that. There's 100 and almost 15 people on this call. 115 right now. So excited that you're here, because if you're here for the very first time, we're going to share something with you, like Robin said, that is changing people's lives, both in your health, but also in your finances. And CBD is the hottest thing. You're going to learn about the science a little bit. You're going to learn a little bit about the company, but mostly we want to share with you how you can actually share it with other people too. I'm sure you're on the call and you know someone that either struggles with not getting enough rest. Maybe they're not getting, their stress levels are too high. They just want overall wellness. And we're going to show you how that actually works. So again, Danielle Taylor, and excited to be with you. 121 people now on the call. The name of our company is Zilis, and we're actually known as a pay it forward company. And every single thing that we do comes from an inspiration when our founder traveled to Haiti and he witnessed malnutrition for the first time, childhood malnutrition, and decided something needs to be done about it. And so why not start a company that pays it forward? So every single sale that goes through our company, we actually pay it forward to a child in need. But we also give to moms who can't afford their own prenatals. And I love this. We even have a Patriot program. So it's really social entrepreneurism is what it is, or compassionate capitalism. It's when you do business, but you do business for a cause. And so the company founded back in 2015 by Stephen and Angie Thompson. They actually make their home in Dallas, Texas. But we just went international. And so just so you know, we aren't just in Texas, right? Texas is its own country in itself. But you actually will see that we just opened up Europe, and we just got registered in Latin America as well. And so we're super, super excited about the global expansion. Here's where I'm going to actually bring Brian in. We're going to share this slide deck together. Brian is one of those people that we made fast friends, and it's really because we both love business. We love to help people. What I love about Brian is he's always looking to add value to people's lives, and he does so with integrity. And he's a lot of fun. He comes with a lot of energy, and he actually made it to one of the top ranks of our company within about 4 months. He literally broke records. And so when he decides to do something, he puts his pedal down. And so I want to welcome to the line one of my best friends, my business partner, Brian Gasperson. I'm going to let you come in and just share a little bit about what's so hot about CBD.
We're best friends.
You're one of my besties.
We're best friends now, guys. I don't know about y'all, but here's what I'm going to say. Have any of y'all been locked in your house? Because I've been waiting to see 100 people for so long. I'm so ready for this call right now. So if I say anything that shouldn't be said on a call like this. I'm sorry now for you first timers. So here's what we're going to talk about tonight. I think there's two types of people on this call. I think that there's people that just simply want to know what CBD is. And then I think the second type of person is people that they're interested in how to get into CBD business and they want to enjoy taking it for themselves. Okay. That's the two types of people on this call. So the first type of person, if you're like me, you're like, what in the heck is CBD? October 2018, I had no freaking idea what CBD was. I had no idea. And so I wanted to know what CBD was. And then I wanted to know what made ours different. Why take ours, right? Because I see them on the side of the street. I see stores. My friend sells it. What makes ours different? And I think that the biggest thing for everybody to realize is CBD is not THC or marijuana. It will not get you high. That's number one. The things that you're looking for in CBD this is what it helps with. So these are the benefits, okay? So it helps reduce pain. It does all of the things that are on there. And I've started saying after 2 years, I don't even want to tell y'all what it does. I would tell you, Google what your symptoms are and see if it'll help you. Ask a friend what it does for them. I've heard so many stories at this point that I'm out of all the stories. It's overwhelming to me. So what is CBD? It's a plant that's in your body, that's also in a plant, and it gives you this thing, and you put it in your mouth, and it makes you feel good. That's it. That's what it is. And why is because of these 7 things right here on the screen. You're looking for a product, guys. The kind of the real bullet points you're looking for is you're looking for a full spectrum hemp. Full spectrum means it's the entire plant put into the bottle. It's that easy. It's not part of the plant. It's not half of the plant. It's all of the plant put into the bottle. Well, what does that mean? That is a lot like if you drink orange juice versus eating a whole orange. You didn't eat the outside of the orange, right? You just got a part of the orange. That's called an isolate. What Zilis has is a full spectrum. It's the entire plant put in the bottle, and it includes all of these things that you see here, from cannabinoids to terpenes to flavonoids to vitamins, minerals. All those things are put in that bottle, and when you put it in your mouth, it works because all of those things are needed. I always like to say, my grandma always said, eat the whole potato, Brian, not the butter and the salt and pepper in the middle. You got to eat the whole thing to get the whole thing. And so it's the same thing when it comes to CBD. So the things you're looking for, number 1, full spectrum, which I just talked about. Number 2 is our proprietary formula, which is water soluble. It's how it absorbs into the body, which we'll touch on here in a little bit. And then you're looking at the 3 things in the bottom there. Those 3 little things that don't really mean a lot to you right now, if this is your first time to look. The H stamp is the U.S. Hemp Authority. That is the only governing body today in America around the controlling of CBD as we know it. The second thing is the QR code. You can scan every single bottle that we have, and it will tell you exactly what's in that bottle from that batch of product, okay, from any cell phone. And then the third thing is it's USA grown. Very, very important in today's world. So I'm going to throw it back to you, Danielle, and then you talk about the reasons why we're different.
Yeah, so I'm going to dive just a little deeper in the technology. We like to keep it light and fun, but we know there are a lot of medical professionals that have also joined our team, and this is really why, because a lot of times your physicians will say, well, or even your dentist, where's the proof? I want the white paper. So we have a study that we conducted at one of the biggest organizations, right? We did it back in February of 2018 at a very reputable resource where we took 20 participants and we took blood serum samples. And in the first 45 minutes, if you're looking at the graph, they all start shooting up to peak performance. But where it really got to where we were very excited and pleasantly surprised. We knew it was going to be good, but we didn't realize just how good the technology was until the study proved it. And that is every single one of those participants stayed between an 80 and a 94% absorption rate. This is so incredibly important because most oils on the market, you only get about a 6% at best. And so if you look at that graph, we took samples every single hour for 12 hours on the hour. And at the end of the study, all participants were still somewhere between that 80 and 94%. So we know for a fact with this, it's at least 12 hours consistent. So not only, like Brian said, is it water soluble, but it's long lasting. So people are getting the effects. And he was telling you, it's really important that you know where it's coming from. And, you know, we don't want anything that's been sprayed on it, or there's also a process that we use, and I won't get in too deep on this for this call, but we use CO2. It's the most expensive extraction method. But again, if you're going to put a product out there and you want to be the best, but, you know, don't cut corners, right? And that's certainly what we've done. We've actually made our product stand out. We took the #1 lead. It was amazing how fast we grew to #1 in hemp sales. But the reason why we did that is because people were getting real results. So we've got people, like he said on this call, that will tell you that literally their first dose, they felt something. I tell people about 8 out of 10, you'll feel something within your first week. It may not be earth moving, you know, that you may not feel the earth move, but you're going to see something. Maybe you're going to get better rest, or you're going to notice your mood is improved. And so keep taking it, because you want to get your body back in homeostasis. That's what the CBD is all about. And what I love is our director of science taught us that your endocannabinoid system is actually very unique to your body. It's just like your fingerprint, right? Everyone has a different, unique fingerprint. Same thing with your endocannabinoid system. So when you feed it a good quality product, it's going to go into your body and find where your body needs adjusted. And that's why some people are getting better sleep. Some people are getting, you know, less stress. Like I said, it's amazing. Like he said, Google it, because I guarantee you will find reputable articles everywhere that you look on. And who can say that, right? Who can say, go Google it? Because there's always something bad to find, but not when you start looking up CBD. So CBG, I'm just going to go through these really quick. So we have booster products as well. They're known as what we call the mimetics formula. But what's so cool about these is they're really just add-ons. They're boosters. So CBG is another cannabinoid that's found in the hemp plant. It actually, I like to refer to it as gut health. But you add this with your CBD and it literally gives you the wow factor, because it feeds one side of the receptor while CBG feeds the other. And so overall health with that. But then what if you're struggling to get better sleep? Then use the Dream. Or if you're like me and you need your edge, right? I live on my edge. I've got the powder formula and I've got this liquid. And what does it do? It gives you more cognitive support. It helps you think clear, and it gives you a little healthy energy versus going for an energy drink or coffee in the middle of the day. Just grab your edge. And then ice, just like it sounds, and then Ultra Burn. Ice is like putting it on, if something's on fire in your body, what do? You put ice on it. It's the same thing. Just think about some of the things that you could replace out of your cabinet and use a natural alternative. Okay, so I am going to switch back gears for just a second, because when I said Brian's business, Brian has been very successful in business. He's owned and operated several different businesses. He actually helps coach other businesses to success. And so there was something unique about this opportunity that really captured his attention. And I'll let him just kind of kick this off and then we'll go back and forth. But Brian, talk to us a little bit about why you love this side of the business and why you think that people are so drawn into it.
I was more excited about the science, Danielle.
There's 150 people on this call, Brian.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, hey, I want to raise it. Will anybody raise their hand if they've never heard my story around what I did before this? Because there's a lot of new people. Okay, I see. Okay. So I want to backstory this with my story personally. I don't tell it all the time because we do these frequently. We haven't done them lately a lot, but with a lot of new people in here, I want the backdrop to be set with, I started a business 20 years ago. I do have 5 businesses today. I had a landscape company for 20 years in the DFW area. I sold that on March 1st of 2017. And at that time, I thought I was going to retire. And I remember that day, it was actually March 2nd, my wife and I were in downtown Dallas, and she said, "Don't you want to do another business?" And I said, "No, I never want to do another business again with employees." And I remember specifically that day saying, I don't want to have employees. And if I'm going to do a business, I want no employees, and I want to make a little bit of money on a lot of transactions that I have no employees with. And so that was really my mindset going into 2017. So go back to March of 2017. I spent 2017 really just doing what people do when they sell their businesses and trying to find themselves, I guess is what you would say. And my wife told me I needed some new hobbies and to go get out of the house and build something. And in October of 2018, I was introduced to Zilis. And Danielle had told me about the this whole opportunity. And at that time, remember, no employees. I didn't want to invest a bunch of money in something because I didn't want to work with a lot of people and go through the whole reason I sold my business, right? But I knew one thing: if I wanted to go into business, I wanted to go into a business that had a huge opportunity, number one, and I wanted to go into something that was the best product, going to market first with massive action, and to have a huge opportunity, right? So when it got presented at me, I just looked at those things. I said, what's the opportunity, meaning the industry? And then what is the product that we have within that industry? And that's what got my attention. Single-handedly, that's what got my attention, okay? So keeping that backstory, I knew coming in, I wanted to understand how it works. So how it works is simply this. You don't have employees. You take the product, it works, and you tell people about it. And the amount of action that you have around that success makes you successful or not successful based around how massive that action is. For me, it was massive action. I told everyone in town about this product. I actually, before I got on this call, the guy that I'm signing up my son to do some quarterback football skills with, he just said to me, 2 years ago, I was told to get in this thing with you, and I didn't. I still kick myself today. He just told me that on the phone just a second ago. It's taken him 2 years to think about it, right? And he kicks himself for it. But here's what it does. You're your own boss. You get paid 7 different ways, and there's actually more than 7 within that. It's unlimited potential, and it's just a turnkey business. Here's the product, here's the tools, and go to work, okay? So that's what we have to offer. So kick me to the next slide, whoever's controlling the slide.
If you don't mind, I'll jump in for retail for just.
I was about to get on an amazing roll right there. It was about to just go crazy.
Listen, I want to say this because you can talk all you want, but just give me 2 seconds. The retail side of this business is so unique because a lot of people are dialing in tonight who maybe they have a storefront or a physician. I know there's several physicians on the line tonight that have offices, and I've seen people make incredible income. Our top income earner that just started as a retailer, she was making somewhere between $30,000 and $35,000 net profit every single month out of a little nutrition store. The profit margin is so attractive to people because, and especially now, Brian, because we can do this from home. And literally, I know Kim, you've got Kim, she was one of our 6-figure income earners last year. She runs a very successful salon, but everything shut down on her, and she was still able to help people feel better and still generate some income because people were still coming in. She was putting it on her doorstep. And so I just wanted to pop in and say, this is what's the hybrid part of it, and it makes it different. I'll turn it back over to you because I know you've got some great nuggets to share with them. But the retail, it gets me pumped because it gives people an opportunity who may not want to build a team, but they want to retail the product. We have that available.
Is this where you want me to talk now? I forgot what I was about to say.
Absolutely.
But so, the retail is the retail, right? You just told everybody that I think that everybody has different backgrounds. You don't have to own a salon to sell product. I joke that I don't sell retail out of my office. I sell retail out of my backpack, right? I have a backpack. You want a product? Here you go. It's yours. I'm not a huge retail person. There's a lot of people on this call today that are retail people. And I love that she just talked about Kim. Kim, during this time that we're in, when everything gets shut down, she was selling product off of her patio. She still tells me today that it's one of the neatest things that she learned is people are like, can I come to your house and get some product off the patio? It's like a patio drop, right? And so that's how you do retail, guys. If you're on this call and you have a platform for retail, retail can make massive money. It's 200% markup. There's very few things in your business that you're making 200% on over the counter. Okay, it's that easy. It's just a matter if you want to do that a lot, a little bit, or even out of your backpack or out of your car, let's say. The second way you make money, okay, so I told y'all earlier there's 7 ways to make money. Number 2 is what's called the binary. The binary, when I first saw this, I'm like, what are all those people and all those colors? And I have no idea what binary means, but I do know that binary means 2. So what 2 means is simply you share it with 2 people, guys. I signed up on October 18th, 2018. I told 2 people about it, and I didn't know this as well. When you get into this opportunity, you shouldn't sign up and go on vacation. I signed up and went on vacation after telling 2 people, and when I came back from telling 2 people, one of them happened to be a chiropractor, and he told 25 people. So that as long as you tell 2 people, you have 2 teams. And why that's important, guys, for this single slide, This is one of the only slides that you get paid unlimited on. And I mean unlimited, okay? So our team today, and my team personally, is over 12,000 people today. 12,000 people to unlimited depths. You get paid on 20% of everybody that comes into the business on enrollments. Here's a sample right here on your screen about the power of duplication. If you just simply tell 2 people and they tell 2 people over a matter of 12 months, the duplication will be 4,096 people, 2 at a time. And here's the cool thing, guys, when you look at this number, one thing I want to point out here is you're living in a time right now where personal conversation and people-to-people sales is at an all-time high. And why is that? When you think back 20 years ago, there was this company, it was called Walmart. And Walmart put out all the local companies out of business, right? Because they came into town, they bought everything, and they put the little guy out. Well, who's putting Walmart out of business today? Amazon. Amazon is putting Walmart out of business because it's raising standards and service, right? But who's selling on Amazon? People that are selling on Amazon today are people like you and I and the other 150 plus on this call. They're people that are selling to other people. When you get to a product that you're putting in your body, when nutrition and health and wellness is an all-time high in today's world, people aren't going to talk to a customer service rep over Amazon or on aisle 9 at Walmart or CVS, or you can name it, okay? They want to talk to you. They want to know what your experience is. They want to know how you take the product. They want to know what your favorite taste is. They want to know how it helps your dog, okay? They want to know about you, how it's helped you personally because they trust you, okay? That's why it's so important about the power of duplication. So the second way we get paid is the binary. Now the third way you get paid is the unlimited potential right here. Yes, this one, this slide. I forgot what slide we were coming up on. Mm-hmm. So on this slide is the infinity bonuses, okay? In the third way you get paid, there's 3 ways to get paid, as you see there on the screen. Number 1 is generational bonuses. Number 2 is infinity bonuses. Number 3 is global bonus pool. What do all those things mean? That means when you get in the business and you start having success and you go to like what we call a manager level, let's say, and you're moving your way up, you start getting pieces of the action of everything else that happens within your organization. For example, the global bonus pool. That pays a percentage of the entire company's success back amongst all the leaders that qualify for that pool. Everyone, I don't care if you live in Europe, if you live in Italy, wherever you're at, Latin America, Dallas, Texas, we're splitting the money. And then the infinity bonuses, when you look over here to the side, the infinity bonuses are when you get those levels. Well, the generational bonuses is very simple. Earlier when I told you that you have to share it with somebody, if you tell what the number 1 is there is it's your kids, your generation. When you tell someone about the product and they buy a product, you get 5% of that product back to you, okay? Now, when they tell someone about it, that's the second generation, you get 5% of that as well. And it continues, 3rd generation, 4th generation. Most of these people you'll never know, but it's the power of duplication through word of mouth. That's why it's so powerful, okay? So that's the 3rd way you get paid. You get paid 3 ways within the 3rd way. 4th way, and I'm gonna let you do this, Danielle.
Yeah, I wanna jump in. I wanna go back just for a quick second and make an example out of you. When you said you talked to 2 people and then you left, right? And then people start sharing it. We do that to drive behavior because we know what gets rewarded gets repeated and people start having this synergy. But Brian, your team grew, I mean, how many thousands of people in 1 year? So on that slide where it said, just share it with 2, that share it with 2, you can have up to 5,000 people if everyone did that bare bone minimum. But I think, what was it? Almost 10,000 your first year in the business.
I don't remember. I used to keep track and I stopped keeping track.
Yes. Well, and think about it. You're getting paid. It's mailbox money. It's residual income, which I think helps people build their lifestyle. And so if you're on the call and you're wondering, okay, well, how's this going to benefit me? I mean, ask yourself, what do you want out of it? Is there, do you have college tuition or do you want more freedom? Are you tired of what you're doing? Maybe you love what you're doing. I like a lot of people come and they're happy with what they're doing, but like Brian, they want to capitalize on something that's going to grow huge. And I'll let Brian talk about the projected numbers. Here's our benefit program. So back to the what gets rewarded gets repeated. The city rank of our company gives us what's called a blessing bonus. So a lot of people hit city, and the best part about this is we give you $100 to $500 to just give someone, just bless someone. I was on the phone with Robin earlier, and she's handing the guy on the corner money, right? It can be a random person. It can be your favorite church or your charity or whatever you want to give it to. The second way that they reward us is through what we call our Jeep program. And I have a lot of fun with the Jeep because who doesn't like someone else making your car payment, but they did it on a level anyone could obtain. And I love telling stories, but I've lost track of how many people did it in their first 30 days. Winnie, who just opened Germany, he popped his in his 30 days. He sponsored someone else, and Walter is his name. He got his in his 30 days. And that's in Germany. So now not only are we in the US painting the streets with Jeeps, now we're going global with it, and it's fun. And so it's another way to brand your business and get people to ask you questions. And it's just a great social proof. But then we also have healthcare. I know this is one of Brian's favorites. Literally $500 to $1,500 towards your vision, dental, and health. You don't really find that in these types of businesses. Typically, you got to go out and figure that out yourself, but they factored it in. And why do they do that? Because they know a lot of people are scared to leave their benefits behind, but they may want a change. And so we were able to put that in. I love that. I know, Brian, if you want to tell that quick story about you and Angela, that was one of the first things you called me on. Tell them about insurance.
Yeah, insurance, guys. If you're a business owner on here, you pay insurance. I've paid for insurance for 20 plus years. I pay $2,289 a month for our family's health insurance today. And I remember on November 15th, 2018, I call it my wife in her Facebook cocoon bubble over in her side of the bed. She had the covers up over her head where she's tucked in and hiding from me. I call that the Facebook cocoon bubble. And I grabbed the sheets and I ripped the sheets down, and I took my phone. I said, "Check that out, woman." And she said, "What is wrong with you?" I said, "We just got paid $1,500 for insurance." And she was like, "Go back to your side of the bed." And I still remember that today is November 15th, 2018. And it was just the thought that no one ever pays for your health insurance, right? Insurance is one of our biggest expenses of most people on this call. It's a huge expense. So I think it's an awesome kickback. And then the fourth one there with the presidentials. Once you hit presidentials, we do incentive trips. Our last one, I guess, was Las Vegas in February, and we've been all over the place traveling and having some great times. And then the final one is Diamond. When you hit the Diamond, you qualify for a $3,000 lifestyle bonus, which can be applied to any fun toy of your choosing. So I love that that's the fourth way, but there's 5 ways to get paid in the fourth way. So there's a lot of ways you can make money, guys. The key on all those ways of getting paid is whatever works for you. Everyone on this line is different. Some people don't want to talk to people. You don't have to talk to people. There's people that I know on this call right now that make money not talking to people, and they do it online. They do it through social media. There's people that can't shut up, and that's all they do is talk to people, and they don't even know how to use a computer. There's people that make money doing that. There's people that are doctors, attorneys, whatever it is, whatever your form of life is, there is a way to make money on this program. If you're selling a product, I'll tell you guys, for me, when I got involved, it took a year for my mom to stop saying, "Are you still selling that marijuana? Are you still selling that?" Because for a year, I dealt with my mom thinking I was selling marijuana. So for me, I didn't understand what CBD was in the very beginning. I just wanted to sleep, guys. I just wanted a freaking bottle that put my brain to sleep. And that's what worked for me, was Dream, the product Dream. That's what got me engaged in this. So this is my favorite slide. This slide has not changed in 2 years. I still get fired up about it. It still gets me excited, and I love talking about it. So here's why. When I told you originally I wanted to get in a business, I've never been in a business that had trillions. That's a lot of zeros. If y'all don't know what trillion is, or if you think you do, put it on the paper and see how many zeros is. It's a lot of freaking zeros, okay? I wanted something with a big opportunity. So here's why this is so important. It is a $4 billion industry. In 2018, it was a $50 million industry, 50M, as in Mary. Today, it is a $4 billion, as in Brian, billion dollar industry, okay? 250 to 500% projected growth over the next 10 years. It will be a $2 trillion industry in the next 10 years. Where the heck is all the money coming from? The money is coming from Big Pharma. I don't know if y'all watch news lately, but there's this thing called Big Pharma, and they have a lot of money. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but it's getting transferred from them to people like you on this screen through a product that works off of a plant put in a bottle, okay? You don't have to take my word for that. I'm no expert when it comes to economics, but you can read all of these: Forbes, Time, Fortune, Rolling Stones magazine. All of them have the same predictions. Everyone has the predictions, okay? Let me tell you why. This is my favorite part right here, guys. I want y'all to listen real close. There's 3 reasons that you're on this call right now. Number 1, your friend invited you to listen to some snake oil by 2 people out of Texas, okay? One out of Texas, one out of Illinois. And you thought, that's freaking crazy. But you're still on here. So 152 of you are still on here listening to this snake oil pitch. All you got to do is, number 1, get some product and see if it works for you. If it works for you, it's not snake oil. Number 2 reason, remember when I said earlier there's 2 types of people? Number 1 is the person that wants to just feel better and wants to sleep. 100, maybe 100 of y'all, 150, they just want to sleep. Just get a bottle. Go sleep. That's all we want you to do, is just get a bottle and go sleep. Feel better. But the other 52 of the 100, they're on here because you want to change your life financially. If you want to change your life financially, and I know it's more than 100 of the 152, but here's why it's so important, guys. 3 things. These 3 things are the things I want you to take away from this call. Number 1 is the endocannabinoid system, which was founded in 1990, was a medical breakthrough that allowed us to know that something in a plant helps something in our body. In 1990, that was exposed from the government to us as people in America, okay? The endocannabinoid system was found in 1990s. Number 2, in December of 2018, a thing called the U.S. Farm Bill was signed by President Trump. The day that was signed in 2018 is what caused the explosion of this industry, okay? That farm bill will be the largest cash crop known to American farmers. It will be larger than corn and tobacco combined together. Corn and tobacco. There's a reason that Marlboro put $2 billion into CBD and cannabis products. Say that again. There's a reason why Marlboro put $2 billion into this industry, okay? They know where it's going. And the third thing is Zilis. When you've taken Zilis and you've taken a product that, number 1, they figured out works in our body. Number 2, has become legal, since it's been illegal since 1936. It's finally illegal. You are living through prohibition. Sitting here today, you are living through prohibition, guys. There are very few things you're going to go through, in my opinion, that are going through prohibition like we're doing it right now. And never has there been a time that you're stuck at home in this little box wanting to talk to friends about a product that people just want to feel better right now about their health, okay? So those are the 3 things for me. Endocannabinoid system was found. Number 2 is the December 2018 U.S. Farm Bill was signed. And number 3 is the product went in the body, and it has a great product that allows to help people. So you're asking yourself, that is awesome. Just tell me how to get a bottle of sleep. Well, Danielle's about to tell you how to get a bottle of sleep.
I am.
Oh, before that, you got to talk about this. I hate this. This messed up the whole thing.
No, listen, I think the proof is really in your bank account and so many other bank accounts. We have over, I've lost track of how many 6-figure income earners. Some people just want to make $500 to $1,000. But it's all based on what you want, right? Like he said. And so he's talking about the projection and the trajectory of all those numbers. But when you take that and you marry it to what we have at Zilis, where we stand today, we haven't even scratched the surface. Literally, there's only 70,000 maybe reps in the US, and not all of them are out sharing it. They're just taking it, like you said. But if you just look, once this thing starts to take off to the point where you can't slow it down, you heard what happened in his team. I couldn't believe how fast that team started growing. And it was because once somebody feels it, they start sharing it, like you said, and then all of a sudden your numbers just start exploding. If you get yourself in ahead of that curve, all of that is going to be in your favor. So you just want to make sure that you understand the timing. I think that's what our biggest point is here is, yes, CBD, but why do we set ourselves apart? We have a very unique technology. We have a scientific proof to back it up. We literally have a study. And then on top of that, we make sure that everything's quality. We've got all the I's dotted, all the T's crossed. And then when you want to get involved, you just pick a spot where you see yourself. I'm going to jump all the way to the slide. It shows you all the options. So I can talk to you about it at once. The really, if you're in a new country right now, anywhere in the EU, or I believe in Latin America, this is in euros. For right now, we haven't opened Latin America, but we just got registered. So it's getting ready to happen. Now's the time to talk to the person that invited you. They have something called a founder position for anyone in a new country, and there's only 1,000 of those. That is going to give people an extra revenue stream to get in on the, put the first set of boots on the ground. So talk to the person that invited you. But then if you're here, you're in the US, you want to start getting your business off the ground, we always encourage people to look at gold, because gold actually comes with the highest perks. It's got the most product and it's got the highest commission. And right now we're doing a 40% matching bonus, which is unheard of. I've never seen, I've been with the company since 2015, and I've never seen them do this until now. They're giving 40% match, which is incredible, because it typically takes you a little while to build yourself up to that level to be able to qualify for that amount. So this is good for a whole year. It gives you a whole year to catch up to that rank and get that bonus. So that's incredible. And then you've got silver, a great place. I like what Brian says when he talks about this. He talks about, if you're a family and you just want to get your family on the product, silver's great. I mean, you can still, any of these packages are going to get your foot in the door. Bronze is more of, I would say, like someone who just wants to dabble a little bit, take a test drive, but it's still, like I said, get yourself locked in, because once you get your position, all the people that keep getting added to your team count towards one of your income streams. You don't get to, it's not free money. You have to share it with people and you have to follow up. But if you just stay consistent with that, those people add to that income stream. That's why we love to say, hey, don't wait. If you're sitting here thinking, well, I really want to go gold, but I think today I'm just going to go, I'll wait. Don't wait. Go bronze and then upgrade yourself to gold later. I want to just say one last thing on this, and then I'll toss it back to you, Brian, and we can close out with questions if anyone has questions. We actually came out with the 2019 income disclosure statement. And if you look at these numbers, you're welcome. We can send this to you by PDF. There was someone who asked me, well, a lot of people didn't make a lot of money, but look at how the diamond and above made over $1 million last year, okay? You look at presidential ambassadors, incredible income up to 450,000, almost 420,000. But a lot of people will go to the gym, right? They think they want to get in shape. They go to the gym after a few times. It's not working fast enough for them, so they quit. Sometimes that happens here too. Don't be that person. You decide to join and get yourself locked in and capture the market share before the rest of the world catches on, right? Then get yourself in and just push your pedal down and don't let up. I don't care what profession you're in, you have an opportunity to radically change your life. And again, we don't push it on people. We know that people are going to come in where they fit in, but I'm going to toss it back to you, Brian, because I just think this is so impactful when people see what kind of income potential really we have. And it's because we have the product line to back it up. One last thing, we're getting ready to launch new products that you can add as replacement spending as well. So yes, we're an endocannabinoid system. Everything we're going to do is going to be about balancing the body in a natural supplementation, but there's going to be skincare. There's going to be all kinds of products that we will be able to share or use as tax write-offs. It's another huge benefit of owning your own business. So I'll let you close this out. And if you want to stay for questions, we can do that for a few questions.
And I just wanted to point out on that income disclosure that diamond level down there was completed in 4 months. Yeah, baby. So, hey guys, here's what I would say to you all. I'm just impressed that you're on here and you're not asleep and you all made it. You didn't turn this thing off and just hang up on us. Here's what you got to think about. There's a couple of things I want you to get off here and think about. Number one is 82% of Americans today have not tried CBD. I said that right. 82% of Americans have not tried CBD. That is a lot of other people out there looking at wanting to try, okay? They want to know how it works, how to take it, They don't know what flavor it is. They didn't have a good, they tried it before maybe. They don't know what works best for them. They have questions. The key is to let people know that you have some answers for them and you just have an opportunity for them to try it. I can't encourage everybody enough to just get product in people's hands and let the product take care of everything else. When people feel great, they go back to what made them feel great. It's that easy. That's how we've had success in this business, is getting the product in people's hands, okay? Remember, 82% of Americans. Also, when you're thinking outside of America, that's 82% of Americans. Then there's the rest of the world. We are known in America being 2 years behind Canada, for example, okay? Europe, Latin America is probably 2 to 3 years behind America, all right? If you know one freaking person that knows how to run fast in any of those areas, I would tell you to get on the phone and talk to them. And they're going to tell you that you're selling marijuana and you don't know what you're talking about, and they're not going to jail. And that's how you start the conversation, because the conversation is going to change quickly in those countries, just like it did here. I lived through it myself in Texas, and I thought everybody was going to jail that signed up for Zilis, and we all miraculously made it through everything because the world caught up to us. It's all about being ahead of that curve that Danielle talked to you about, being ahead of the curve. Everyone right now has an opportunity to be ahead of the curve, and I encourage you guys to be ahead of the curve in the opportunity. And if you don't want an opportunity, just want to sleep, tell the person that got you on this call that you just want to sleep. It's that easy. So that's all I got. And I want to say everybody, I do wish everybody, thanks for taking the time to be on here. I wish you nothing but health, nothing but safety through this whole time that we're in. And I hope everybody's doing well right now. And I appreciate taking the time being on here.
You know, I think so many people are looking for a way to just supplement their income, but a lot of people on here, I know, I've talked to several people just this last week about, you know, I'm ready for a change, or I'm ready to have security. And I think when you get an opportunity, grab it. Thank you so much, Brian. I'm always honored to present with you. We always have so much fun and keep it real. Everyone have a great night tonight. Get back to the person that invited you. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye-bye now.